You think only humans celebrate Christmas? Nope, everyone loves Christmas. And no matter where you live, you're bound to have your own version of Santa. Yep, that's right. But this Christmas is going to be special because for the first time in a century, one of her gifts got returned to the factory. And inside the box, she found Jim. No wonder they returned him. He's a human! How did he end up here? But Mermaid Santa is kind-hearted, and she can't just abandon him. Even though her hermit crab doesn't support this idea, she adopted him. Jim can't believe his eyes. Underwater Christmas is stunning. They even have a tree. Ruby really wants this Christmas to be unforgettable for Jim. But he's not happy at all. This Christmas, he asked Santa to cancel Christmas. For years, Jim has associated Christmas with bad vibes. That wish broke Santa's little helper's heart. But Ruby won't make his wish come true. Instead, she wants to prove to Jim that Christmas is wonderful. To get Jim into the spirit of Christmas, he should try working in the factory. Santa and her little helpers have spent years preparing special gifts for all the children. They always make Christmas unforgettable. Even though Jim is a prankster, he gets a surprise too. But Nick the jellyfish got the biggest surprise this year, along with Cassie. Jim is causing a big stir underwater. Deep down, Jim wants a real Christmas, but he keeps acting like he's too big for it, and he doesn't care about the stupid childish holiday. But this childish holiday isn't kids' play at all. These bags of gifts are heavy, and lifting them without magic would be impossible. We'll need outside help. Since Mermaid Santa is on a diet, the little helpers are the ones who get all the milk and cookies. And the hermit crab is the best at it. He's been Employee of the Year 5 times in a row. He can eat all this food in one go. But this year, thanks to Jim, he's struggling. Jim will never miss a chance to play a prank. But the powdered milk he's using actually helped Miss Santa's team. Just the traces gave everyone so much more to believe in. And the harder they believe, the more magic Santa and her helpers can use. Jim isn't exactly nice. He really hates Christmas, and he loves ruining everyone's day. He'll throw snowballs at anyone. But what he thought was snow was actually fish food. These fish flakes mean it's time for lunch. Jim has a lot to learn about the world he ended up in. Looks like this crab is liking him. Miss Santa has something fun to show Jim. At Christmas time, all the underwater kids play the Squid Game. Not that Squid Game. No crazy contests or pink jumpsuits. This game is sweet and cute. Just pin the tentacles on the squid with your eyes closed. It's way harder than it seems, but it's fun. Even the crab is smiling. Jim's hatred for Christmas upsets Miss Santa. She can't understand how someone could ever hate Christmas. But when she got on his page, she realized what the problem was. Jim has always been lonely, and he's never had a real Christmas before, and he doesn't even want one anymore. She has to do something about this. The closer we get to Christmas, the grumpier Jim gets. But Miss Santa still thinks she can change his mind. He just needs to learn more about Christmas. Wanna go on a sleigh ride? Now Jim seems happy. That's better. See? Christmas is fun. Jim is starting to understand no matter how hard he tries to be grumpy, when he sees how many kids there are, he realizes that not everyone can get a gift.
Hey!
He can't let that happen. A sad kid on Christmas is the worst thing he can imagine. Miss Santa is happy to see that Jim isn't trying to prank anyone for once. He's doing something nice. But time's running out. When Jim is digging through the bag, a small fish almost caught them. Good thing Miss Santa is a mermaid and she can hypnotize fish with her singing. No one will know her secret. That's the magic of Christmas.
Oh!
There's so much to do on Christmas Eve. Preparing presents isn't the only thing to do. What about the food? Thanks to Jim, it tastes a little different this year. So don't be shocked if your cookies taste like toothpaste. Or you don't get any at all because the hermit crab got too hungry. He doesn't even care what it tastes like. If he's hungry, he eats. Don't worry about his teeth. Since Jim changed the recipe, the crab's teeth are nice and strong. I bet he could bite through a fish hook now. Hey, don't try it. I was just kidding. Every year, before the clock strikes 12, all the underwater creatures watch the announcement by the King and Queen of the Mermaids and President Neptune. Every year, he tells them all his promises for the next year. We will reduce pollution by 1%. Jim needs to see this. It's a huge deal. But this time, of course, something has to go wrong. Maybe because the crab pinched through the wire. Don't let crabs work as electricians. But to be honest, they're great at lighting up. Everyone is amazed by the show. The announcement was a hit. This year, the underwater population has grown by a lot, which means there's a lot more work to do. Santa and her helpers can't get enough gifts, so Christmas is in danger. But luckily, they have Jim. Even though he doesn't like Christmas, he wants to help save it. Thanks to their teamwork, not one little fishy is going to have to go without gifts. But wait, there's more! Jim actually prepared some gifts for his new family. Look how happy he is. He wants to spread the joy. The crab got a new fork made out of a fish hook, which Jim cut down for him. And he got something special for his mom. You thought he got her legs? That was just another prank. He got her a beautiful Christmas ornament, a gold star. And Santa didn't forget about Jim. For the first time in years, he has his own gift. What is it? But he'll never get to open it because it was all a dream. Or not? What's this? Was it all real? Mia has had a crush on Jim forever. But Mia's not the only one with feelings. And now, here she is, doing the honeycomb challenge for him, using her glasses and the power of physics. Maybe this candy heart will get his attention. No! She'd do anything for him. No! The heart Caroline cut out really did help her, and it did get Jim's attention. Mia's absolutely miserable. Yesterday, she and Jim were happy, and today, this other girl is in the way. They're so cute, it makes me sick. It's impossible to ignore. She's definitely ignoring this guard who's secretly in love with her. He fell in love at first sight, but he can't get up the guts to talk to her. She seems so intimidating, but so attractive. But she's in love with Jim right now. She doesn't care about anyone else, except Caroline. She came out of nowhere. Mia has to teach this wannabe a lesson. She's on the warpath, but something went wrong. Caroline's face didn't get stuck in the trap. Jim's hand did. He's never been this stuck before, but isn't this a little romantic?
What?
Mia accidentally set up Jim and Caroline's first kiss. That's nasty. And this guard keeps watching her. He's a weirdo. What does he want from me? Don't forget, you're not here to date. You're here for Squid Game, and you'll have to do the tasks. Mia loved it when Caroline nearly failed the doll challenge, but Jim didn't let her lose, and he turned the awkward moment into a dance. Not even the doll can resist his charm. Let's get back to it. They're about to play tug of war. Who knew it was possible to ruin this game? Caroline and Jim sure did ruin it. Mia is getting sick of all this cutesy stuff. Time to shock them out of it. Yeehaw! There's a cowboy in Squid Game. And this game ain't big enough for the two of them. Mia's happy, but the guard rained on her parade. He's trying to talk to her again, but she doesn't understand him. Mia needs to distract Jim from Caroline. Marbles can help her. Mia starts letting Jim win, hoping he'll appreciate it. But he's not super attentive. He didn't even notice Caroline's hints. Then she tried to do it again, putting her marbles in the same place. But Jim got it wrong. Mia is furious at him, and so is Caroline. But before they could fight him, they have to fight each other. Caroline is determined to win. She calculates which hand the marbles are in. But she messed up some numbers and lost to Mia. That made the couple a little sad. That's exactly what Mia wanted. The guard even left her alone. Where'd he go? Mia is unsupervised for the first time, so she can pull off another sneaky plan. Just don't forget your disguise. Where'd those lovebirds end up? No matter how hard Mia looks, she can't find them. But she ran into that super weird guard. What do you want from me, man?
Oh.
When Mia sees the lovebirds, she loses her gaming spirit completely. I love you. We can do it together. Ugh. Doesn't it make you sick? And now they're dancing again? Mia can't wait for this to end. But the madder she gets, the more mistakes she makes. Mia's secret admirer can't get any work done. He's so anxious that he'll never get to be with Mia.
Come on.
But at least he has friends who'd help him get by. He's so insecure, so before he can make a move, he needs to get ready. It would have gone great if Mia didn't show up. She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't have time to deal with the guard. She's too busy dealing with the lovebirds. Mia is so lonely. It's like they're in their own little world. Mia wants to do something nice for Jim, but he doesn't like junk food. He's all about being healthy. Jim knows all the rules, and he wants to impress Ruby. He's so confident in himself that it's scaring her. But he's determined, and he knows how to pass all the tests. His confidence will impress her, for sure. But he went overboard, and it had the wrong effect.
Oops.
If he weren't the boss's son, he'd get kicked out. But unlike everyone else, he doesn't care about winning. The only thing he cares about is Ruby. He'd do anything for her, and he just dreamt about something he could do to win her love. As soon as he wakes up, he starts working on a miracle. Jim prepared an amazing romantic surprise for Ruby. But wait, there's more! He made a heart for Ruby with the guard's help. That's impressive. But he's getting ahead of himself. Ruby can't accept this, so she politely rejects him. Jim, don't rush. Before you tell her you love her, get to know her first. Be more like the guards. They've been together forever, but not all of them are ready to start a family. Since Jim is the boss's son, his conditions here are way better than everyone else's. He has his own video game console in his bed, and he has access to all kinds of special treatment from the guards. He wants to share with Ruby, but she's not interested in comic books. That's not enough to stop Jim. You just need a favorite superhero. And Spider-Man is just the guy for you. But don't forget that some people really hate spiders. So instead of getting Ruby's attention, Jim got a call from an exterminator. Jim is upset, but he's trying not to show it. He's playing the game, but his heart's not in it.
Okay.
But as soon as Ruby's in danger, he saves her. He was expecting a kiss, but the only one who's kissing him now is the doll! She really likes Jim. Jim wants to ask his mom for advice, but she's not in her office, and he forgot why he came here. Now, he has a chance to do her job. Being the front man has been his dream since a very young age. Her outfit is so cool. When Jim puts on the mask, he'll become so powerful. Finally, he has the chance to get a taste of real power. Being the front man of Squid Game, but that job does have its downsides. Just small stuff though, compared to being in charge of a whole army of guards who will do anything he asks. But with great power comes great responsibility, and Jim isn't ready to handle it yet. Before you can give the guards stupid orders, you have a lot to learn first, and then you can make them do dances. The honeycomb task is a classic. But Jim wants to change it up for Ruby. He thinks pancakes would be easier to cut. But he accidentally made them too yummy. Ruby can't resist. She would have failed the task if Jim hadn't realized that helping someone can actually end up hurting them. Ooh, sparks are flying. Jim is actually starting to impress Ruby, and he can't stop while he's ahead. At the next task, he's going to tell her how he feels. Ruby will guess wrong and see the heart. Except she's actually guessing right. She's so good at this that she keeps finding Jim's marbles. None of this is going according to plan. So much for his confession. But these setbacks won't stop Jim. They just motivate him more. Except his methods are kind of weird, and they're scaring Ruby. Instead of making her like him back, guys act so weird when they're in love. Jim, you need to calm down. You're doing everything all wrong. Jim's persistence is just making Ruby want to run away. Jim isn't even the weirdest guy at the games, but he scares Ruby a lot. He won't even leave her alone in the vents. What? The weirdest thing isn't even how he follows her. It's how he shows up out of nowhere. Ruby could have sworn that she was alone in here. Good thing that the romantic dinner Jim brought in here ended up stopping him. Jim and Ruby are the finalists. Don't worry about them. They're just about to get their fancy dinner.
Mom!
It could have been romantic if not for Jim's mom, who showed up to support her son. She's so proud that he's in the final. But now, Jim is in an awkward situation. He was patient for so long, but now he's starting the final fight. Jim and Ruby are having fun together. Who knew food fights were this much fun? Aw, look at them go! They belong together. But they don't have much time left. This is the finale, and only one of them can win. Jim and Ruby only care about winning. This is a brutal fight. No love lost here. But at the last moment, something happened that changed the game forever. What? Being evil is fun, but being a supervillain is even better. Only a supervillain would make superheroes go through Squid Game. Let's see who's cooler, Spider Boy or Cat Girl? I'm betting on Spider Boy because he's smart, just like me. But unlike me, he's not very attentive. Or he would have noticed Cat Girl stealing his marbles. When you're playing with a legendary thief, you better keep your eyes on the prize. Bye! I've always wanted to pick with Spider Boy. When I was younger, I was a huge fan. But now I'm a supervillain, and I have a reputation to maintain. A pic of me destroying Spidey will definitely boost my career. But here's a tip. If you want something done right, don't let the guards do it. They ruin everything. You want to know the secret to my success? I personally train all my employees by honing their attention. Did you see which cup Spidey's in? Comment the answer below. Don't ask how I got him to be so tiny. I don't want my dad to know I stole his shrink ray. Superheroes are always trying to help people. I like that about them. One time, Spider Boy tried to help a guard with his unrequited love. Spidey's plan should have been foolproof. Dates in a spider web are so romantic. But helping people is boring. Good thing I invited Red Pool. He loves pranks, and he can spice up any boring situation. Now I'll finally find out if spiders are ticklish. Don't worry, they're fine. Some tasks are easy for the superheroes. Spider Boy can easily cross across the traps. Not even making the task harder stopped him. He can fly! I'm getting sick of these superheroes. They're too good at this. The coffee maker isn't in the mood today, and Nick is grumpy. Hitting defenseless robots is so typically human. Just like people, robots need love and affection. Some kind words will fix the coffee maker. See that, Nick? You'll never make a cappuccino with brute force. Let's not forget about Ivy. She's jealous of the doll and wants her gone. If the doll can't run the game, she'll get fired, right? Ivy's plan was simple, but she forgot that the doll is a tough nut to crack. Sure, she looks a little funny, but no one will be laughing when she explains the new rules. Now the players have to cross the field while tied to chairs. Nick daydreams about the doll all day long, but that's not enough. He needs to act. So he wants to come up with another surprise, and this one is gonna be huge. He even bribed the guards so they could watch a rom-com together. That's a good plan, but Nick was in a big rush. He should learn to be more patient. The doll is open to romance, but it's too early to cuddle. Love is beautiful, but it's very close to jealousy. Nick just found out the hard way when he saw a picture of a transformer in the doll's room. Time to get rid of the competition. But there wasn't any. He handled Nick anyway. Nick, you're hilarious. If you want to spend time together, you need enough energy. Coffee charges humans up, but not robots. The doll needs energy, and Nick will do anything for her. Even trick Ivy out of her charger? It's worth it for love.
Yeah. Bye.
Finally, the doll got some energy, even though Ivy is mad. I have to swap the players. Watching normal people is way more interesting, especially when there's only one girl. Turns out, she's the real challenge. It's hard to focus on the games when you're head over heels in love with Ivy. Now we'll have to make a sculpture of the guard. Even when the guys aren't around Ivy, they're still competing with each other. Look at these two. Ah, this is a classic prank. Tie the jock's shoelaces to the guard, then wake him up. Hilarious! Kevin is so huge that he barely even noticed what happened. Ivy is pretty popular, not just with the players, but with the guards too. They're always asking her to sew up their uniforms or make dinner. She's like their surrogate mom. They love her.
Okay.
She's the center of attention, but I don't care. I'm too busy working to care about love. I just saw that they mixed up the bouquets. Did you notice? Comment below and let's see if you're as observant as I am. You know who cracks me up the most? This guy, Tom. He's smart but sloppy. He made a love potion, but being subtle isn't his strong suit. Maybe his plan could have worked if he'd made an invisibility potion instead. But that's all mine. I just invented it. That's why I'm the boss. As for Tom, he'll never forget his date. Ivy played along and Tom was expecting a kiss, but he got it. Not from Ivy though, from a rat skeleton. The love potion did work on one of the guards. Apparently he eloped with my dad's plant, and now they're living happily ever after. When the heat broke down, the other players did their best to warm Ivy up. Tom wanted to light a fire. That was cool. I told you he's a genius. Unfortunately, it's not enough to warm Ivy. Kevin took it a step further. He's It's not the sharpest tool in the shed, and when you're dumb, you can do anything. Kevin pulled the sun closer to the Earth. Ivy is way too hot, and so is the whole planet. The only person enjoying it is Dylan. But after that, I had to kick them out. Putting the sun back was expensive.